Alright, we're at the track. I'm going to take you through how I ran a 37-minute 10K. We're going to talk intervals, threshold sessions, strength work as well, but I'm going to take you through one of the interval sessions that was the base of what I did week to week.
By chance, I mean, you're a shark and I'm swimming.
That was brutal. Perceived effort. Extremely hard. How do I feel? Strong. Felt good, but that was tough. So we need to do those if we want to increase our speed and build up that endurance. So you got to go as hard as you can. Really push the ceiling. Obviously in your training you want to push that ceiling and make it get higher so there's more room in there, but you don't want to always train at the ceiling because that's when you get injured. So push it, train under it, push it, train under it. I've learned that over many injuries. So when trying to find your pacing for your sessions, obviously our long run should be zone 2, 60 to 75 seconds per kilometre less than what we're doing for our speed sessions. With those, the easier, the better. You're really recovering on those, you're just getting some time on your legs. When we're doing our threshold sessions, they should be sort of 10, 15, 20 seconds slower than your 10K pace. So obviously still pushing it, but you're not redlining it. When we're doing our speed sessions, that should be at our 5K pace, so relatively quick, something that you can hold for that 5K. And then when you're doing reps or real speed work, it should be at your sort of 3K to 1500 meter pace. So really pushing it, resting your recovery, get used to resting in a shorter period of time. Let's get fast. I think that's done. Yes. Next set, cool down. Wow. That fucking tickled. But we love those sessions. That's sick. Make you dig deep, and when you think you got nothing left, you got to go again. So we'll bank those ones. So this is how I structured my week for the 37-minute 10K. I would do one interval session, one threshold session, an easy run, and then a long run, which was also sort of at an easy pace. I would incorporate some rolling hills in those sessions to work on leg strength, but that's personal preference and something I've done for a while, but I really back that it works. So in my interval session, I would rotate. I'd have a 2-week block. I'd have a 400 meters interval session one week, and then an 800 meters session the following week. And we would start at around 8 intervals of those 400s one week, 800s the next week, and then I would go into 10s the following fortnight, and then a block of 12 the following fortnight in peak week. In peak week, I was running those anywhere from a minute 6 to a minute 15. So it's around the 3 minute 10 per kilometre, which was tough, it was brutal, but it really helped me get to that starting point. So there's different paces obviously depending on your different goals, but it should be challenging, that 400 metres. You should be getting almost back to feeling good after your rest. If you can get to that 1 work, 1 rest kind of ratio, that's where you're going to get the real benefits from it. But obviously over a period of time I've got a pretty good base of running, but that's something that we'll work towards. After you run intervals, make sure that you warm down. Super important, obviously been pushing your body there. Probably gonna go sit in the car, so warming down, a bit of stretching, always works a treat. Your weekly split's super important when you're training and not backing up too many high intensity sessions in a row. If you're hitting intervals on a Tuesday, rest on a Wednesday, threshold on a Thursday, easy run either Friday or Saturday into long run Sunday, Monday rest again. Incorporating 1 to 2 strength sessions in there depending on your mileage. As your mileage increases, bring your strength sessions down a little bit, but don't neglect your strength. Let's talk about my race plan and how I executed it incorrectly, but went in with a race plan. Super important to have these. My goal, thinking before the race, was to sort of go out at 3:45s for the first 5k, increase to 3:40s for the next 2.5, and then send it home, hopefully hitting 3:30s. So it would have been averaging, 3:40, around there. Anyway, I was about 3 rows back from the start line, absolutely took off. Felt great. My first split at 2.4Ks was 3:23 or something. Absolutely blew it. And then got stuck in no man's land between packs. So everyone was sort of sitting in behind me, which wasn't fun, into a headwind. But anyway, chugged through that. I managed to hold under 3:45s there through that period, and then finished at home. And I'm pretty sure my average was 3:41. So 37 and 11 seconds or something around that. Chip time only. So yeah, didn't execute my race plan as I wanted to, but I went in with one, and now I know I've learned from that. I think for me it was about finishing the race feeling good, and I probably didn't do that. And if I executed it the way I wanted, then I probably could have done that. But anyway, PB by like 2 minutes something. Super stoked with that. The training's working. It's conducive to my high rocks training at the moment. With all the speed work and things like that. So I'm enjoying it. And who knows when the next 10K is, but we're going sub 37. 36 is the time I want. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know any questions that you have. I'm going to keep pulling out these informative YouTubes from experience that I've had.